Welcome back, everyone. So today I'm going to be changing the front brake pads on my Porsche Cayenne. So this one's a 2011 and it's a V8 turbo model. Once you've got your vehicle raised and secured on jack stands, you can go ahead and remove your wheel. Before you remove the brake caliper, one of the things you want to do is have some bungee cords, a bucket, anything to hold the caliper up. I like to use a jack stand because I can adjust the height. And the nice thing about this jack stand, it has a rubber sleeve. So this rubber sleeve won't damage the paint on the caliper. And the other thing you can do is you can remove these wires. You can remove this clip. You can disconnect the sensor. This right here is your brake pad wear indicator. You can disconnect this. I personally don't remove those clips. You can do this entire process without disconnecting these connections. But if you feel like it's too difficult, go ahead and remove it. I'm just gonna leave it. There's the caliper bolt. There's a T60, so there's one there. The other one is right down there. So we're gonna go ahead and remove these two caliper bolts. And I'm gonna leave the connections the way they are. Okay, there we go. Okay, and the lower caliper bolt is located down here. The other thing I want to mention about these bolts, Porsche says they're one-time use. If it's a little stubborn to remove, I like to use a rubber mallet and just give it a couple taps. Okay, so using this compression tool, I can compress these pads back. Okay, so I can go ahead and remove these brake pads. I'm gonna remove this one first, because this one won't have the sensor on it. Okay, so there's that. And all I have to do is remove sensor, which is right there. And all you really need is a flathead. Just push it out. Okay. That's disconnected. Okay, so sensor is disconnected. I can go ahead and remove this pad. So I want to clean up this caliper really good. Get all that dirt and debris out. Then I'm going to go ahead and lubricate the pads. Then I'm going to lubricate these rods. I'm going to replace these springs. So I'll show you how that's done. Here's a pair of new springs from the Porsche dealership. So it's $80 for just a pair, which is a bit of a ripoff. In order to remove these clips, you just need a flathead. Get underneath and pry it up and out. There's the old clip. There's the new. So we can go ahead and pop these back on. I'm gonna try putting some lubrication on those. I don't know if this makes a difference, but I don't think it's gonna hurt. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and install the new clips. So I'm just putting this compound down. It helps quiet brakes, so this really cuts down on any vibration. I don't know if these springs really need anything, but I don't think it would hurt. Okay, next thing we can do is compare our old brake pads with the new ones to make sure they're exactly the same. So there's the old, there's the new, and they're identical. So we're good. I'm gonna put a liberal amount of this compound on the back of these pads. I'm gonna also put some over here. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Spread it out. So these are Brembo brakes. It says Brembo right there. Do you guys know where Brembos are made? It's upside down, but made in Italy. Pads are properly seated, and I think I have enough clearance to clear the rotors. Okay, so let's go put these Brembos back on. Oh, that went on beautifully. Finally, we're going to torque down the caliper bolts to 104 foot-pounds. And the last thing I need to do, reattach the sensor. Just clip it on. So it's clipped back on the pad. It's secured in place. If you get this message on your dash after you replace the brake pads, or if it ever comes up, what that means is there's a problem with the wear pad sensors, and those will need to get either reinstalled properly or replaced. Here's the old sensor. It looked like this wasn't connected properly because it came out way too easily, and the sensor itself actually broke off. So I'm going to go ahead and replace it with this brand new sensor. The brake pad wear sensor on the passenger side was damaged. On the driver's side, the sensor looks really good. However, since these new sensors come in pairs, I might as well just replace it. So new pads and new sensor. So needle nose plier works perfect to get that sensor out. To make sure you hear that click like that. I'll just turn on the ignition and see if that error message goes away. So there you go. So that brake warn error message is gone, and that's just due to that faulty sensor. I'm gonna probably go ahead and just give these calipers a nice cleaning. Torque your wheels down to 140 foot-pounds. So I'm pretty much done. Just a couple of precautions for you guys to consider. For one, the first time you drive your vehicle, you want to pump the brake pedal a few times. Like, push it in until it firms up. I'm gonna do one final check to make sure that brake warn error message doesn't appear on the dash. So everything looks good. And finally, last thing I'm going to do is just document the mileage and the date. And this is just for me, for documenting the maintenance on the vehicles. So the mileage I have in kilometers, 193,352 kilometers, as you can see there. And today's date is Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. So that's just for me. The other thing you want to do whenever you're installing new brake pads, follow your manufacturer's new brake pad break-in procedures. So for the Porsche, what you want to do is find a long stretch of road that's empty and come to a series of hard braking. Don't come to a complete stop, but from like 60 miles per hour, brake really hard, not coming to a full stop. Do that about 5 to 6 times in succession. Then followed by just normal driving without any hard braking, just to let the rotors cool down, and that should break in your new brake pads. That's gonna do it for this one. I'll look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.